Today, I am visiting the Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m.
The Vehicle Assembly Building is one of the largest buildings in the world, and it's only one story. This is the road that the crawler takes when it's going from the Vehicle Assembly Building over there to the launch pad. The Space Shuttle's main engine is on display at the observation deck. This is the VIP section where you launch the launch, and it's only 3.5 miles from the launch.
And this is what a launch is like for us. 6 seconds before launch, the engine's light. When the computers determine the engines are working properly, they will actually command the solid rocket boosters to fire, the big white rockets. Those rockets are solid rocket fuel, which means once they're lit, you're going to go into space. You can't turn them off. There's no off switch. So off we go. Clear the tower. We're going 100 miles an hour. And after only 30 seconds, we're faster than the speed of sound. It is quite a bumpy ride, as one might imagine. You're like a box of rocks jumping around inside the space shuttle as you launch into space. The rockets stay with us for 2 minutes, at which point they run out of fuel, they jettison off the space shuttle, and they have parachutes that bring them into the Atlantic Ocean, and we send a boat out to get them. And they have been used time and time and time again. As the shuttle program's coming to an end, the rockets from the other day would not be used again. We also have fun with our food. Moms, cover up your kids' eyes because we play with our food in space. This is 2 balls of juice Greg has squeezed out of his juice bag. It's kind of like a Capri Sun bag with a clip on the top. He's blowing them to see what happens when they crash into each other. And he ends up with a big out-of-control ball of juice headed straight for the wall. He's going to have to drink it, though, because once it crashes into the wall, it could splatter into a million little juice balls. So he gets it out of the air.
You are now in the final minutes before the launch of Apollo 8, right here where it actually happened.
This was the size of the Apollo 8, the first rocket to make it to the moon. Now, if I were a VIP, like married to an astronaut or the President of the United States or something, this is where I would get to sit to watch the launch. It's only 3.5 miles away. A nice little grandstand, and right across the water here. That little dot right there, that is the shuttle. This is a moon buggy. It is a replica of one used on the moon. The lunar module trainer is a full-scale model of the actual module sent to the moon. Now I'm going to touch an actual moon rock. There I am touching it. That's a real moon rock. This spacesuit was worn by Apollo 13 astronaut James Lovell.
Hurtling toward the moon at 3,800 miles per hour, Neil Armstrong notices his checkpoints are all appearing too soon. This means a serious navigation error. The first mission had stayed for only 1 day. But over the next 3.5 years, 5 more Apollo missions visited the moon.
No dream is impossible.
This is the Apollo 14 capsule. This is Alan Shepard's extra vehicular suit. These external tanks are connected to the space shuttle. The underneath of the space shuttle is all this black tile that actually prevents it from burning up when it comes back into the atmosphere. Because apparently it gets pretty darn hot when they're re-entering the atmosphere. This is the aircraft that the astronauts used to fly from Houston to Kennedy Space Center on just a few days before their missions. In 1961, Sam Shepard, the first American in space, rode this spaceship called the Mercury. The Saturn 1B was the first spacecraft used to hook up with the Soviets in space.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, no, no! I'm a rocket man! Rocket man! Burning out his fuse out here!